Bonjour and welcome to a new unboxing video. A little while back, 2 weeks ago, I actually showed you the McFarlane superpowers figure, the new ones, and we actually had Robin, and we had Batman, and we had Wonder Woman. We had other characters like Aquaman and Black Manta, but the reason why I've got those three is because I had told you that I would have vehicles, and the vehicles are linked to those characters, because we do have the invisible plane or invisible jet, as it says on there, for Wonder Woman, and we do have a Batmobile for Batman and Robin. So that sounds good. We're going to, that's quite heavy actually, whereas this is very light. I'm wondering if it's actually not empty, because that would be a gag, the invisible jet that nobody sees. So we're going to open those and see what they look like. So the box, you do have, well, it looks like an invisible jet on this side. You do have the invisible jet on this side. Legal stuff here. You do have logos, and in the back they are showing you what the invisible jet can do. So there is an opening canopy. You do have a capture claw, and you do have a seat for one figure. Yes, it's a feature. I don't quite understand why a seat for one figure is a feature, but it apparently is a feature. So we're going to open that. My problem with all of those is that because they're always packed very tightly, I'm always afraid that I'm not going to be able to put them back in the box to store them, because I mean those things take a huge amount of space, so it's always better if you can put them away. So we do have inside that box, we do have a tray, and the tray contains, well, it does contain something which we're going to have to assemble, because you do have actually the tail. We do have, that's going to be difficult. Oh no, it's not that difficult. One wing. We do have a second wing coming here. Sorry about the noise. And we do have the actual plane, which is actually wrapped in a little bit of plastic. I'm just putting aside all of that for the moment. So here is the main part of the plane. We're going to try, so I suppose that if they are done very nice, it's actually done very nicely, because you just need to slot in the wings, and I suppose you're going to have to do exactly the same thing with the tail. So here is the jet. It's actually quite nice. It's much better than what I expected. You can see that there is something inside, which is probably about the capture claw, which you can see here. That's the capture claw, which you can open. But we're going to discover that together. We do have an opening cockpit. I suppose, yeah, if you press on the Wonder Woman logo, you do have access to the cockpit. You will not be able to see, it's difficult, but basically there is actually the control are shaped like a Wonder Woman logo. I'm not quite sure if you can see it. It's difficult with those invisible things, but yeah, if you can see, there is a Wonder Woman logo, and that's the steering wheel, which doesn't really move, but or does it? No, it doesn't move, but that's where the mechanism for the cockpit is. So we're going to take a Wonder Woman, which, to see if she fits in. I certainly hope she does. I'm going to put that down, because it might be easier to do it like that. Yeah, she does fit. You do have to slot her legs, because there is a little space, and basically you close that, and we do have the opening and closing cockpit, and Wonder Woman is ready to pilot, so that's pretty cool. We're going to open the the claw, and the claw basically is like that. So you can open it, and let's say that you've got a baddie, so that's reverse flash. Oh, it's new figure, reverse flash. Sorry, I forgot to tell you about that, but he is actually a new figure. So let's see that reverse flash is in the grappling. So you can actually draw the line, and basically if you press on the tail, you actually bring back our friend reverse flash. The reason why reverse flash is in the next way, so that's why I haven't spoken about him yet, because I will talk about him when the rest of the next wave arrives. So here you go, you do snap this back in, and you do have the lovely invisible plane, which is actually much more fun than what I expected, because I mean you always think, oh, you know, they're going to be a bit stupid. An invisible jet, what can you do? Well, I think it's actually a lot of fun. I probably will prefer it to the Batmobile, even though I'm sure that the Batmobile is going to be fantastic. So we're going to open this. So the Batmobile, you do have the Batmobile here. And what does it say? That you can actually put two figures in it, that it does have a battering ram, and it's got also hidden rocket boosters. Ooh. So we're going to open that, and but the packaging is a bit different, but they are trying to be as tight as possible. So you do have those things here. So let's make sure that I'm not forgetting them, because I can see that there is some items here. I'm going to get the car out. Is there anything else? No, it's just cardboard and plastic to hold the car in place. So we're going to actually add the little wings. So basically, here we go. That is the new Batmobile. It's actually pretty cool. Sorry, didn't slot the wings correctly. So it's actually pretty nice. It's very much in the style of the original. It's the same color. They've really done a very good job on trying to mimic the old style from the 80s. And I mean, if you compare the two Batmobile, you will notice that they are very similar. I just have a problem here, which is I haven't put that the way it's supposed to be, I think. Yeah, or maybe it's the wrong one. That's slotting better. Yes. That is bizarre, because there's no instruction about how to put those together, but there is actually a direction, and yeah, one is left and the other is right. It's not very clear, but you will notice it if you buy this. You will notice very quickly what's the correct way, unlike me. So we do have the back here with some stickers, and we do have the wheel. The wheels are very similar to the original wheels from the 1980s, which I think is another cool design. And you do have, of course, a Batman logo here. If you can see that the cockpit is actually nicely detailed. You do have a steering wheel that's shaped like a Batman logo. And we're going to see if we can fit two figures, because it's supposed to be a two-seater. So let's see if the two figures fit. It's always, I find it's always difficult, but it was the same problem with the original. When you've got characters with capes that you have to sit in vehicles, it's never the most ideal thing, mostly because the capes actually aren't bunching up most of the time. But here we go. So we can actually have a Batman's cape floating behind him if we want, because that would be something that would happen in the wind. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to bunch the cape a little bit inside. So here you go. So the two characters actually fit. And we do have 2 action features, so I'm not entirely sure. So basically, if you lift this, you do have the extra boosters, which I think is very, very cool. And then you snap them back. And for the battering ram, you actually press on the logo, and the battering ram is appearing and retracting. So here we go. That's the 2 new vehicles, and I think they're absolutely fantastic. So we do have the Batmobile, and we do have the invisible plane, and that's actually fantastic. I absolutely love them. I think Batmobile is great. I think this is much more fun, though. I mean, invisible plane. Who cannot resist? I mean, who can't? I can't resist. I mean, it's just great to have an invisible jet, plane, whatever you want to call it. So, even though I mean the Batmobile is also fantastic. So that's all for this wave of superpower figures. I will show you a reverse flash a bit more. So that's basically a repainted flash, even though the head is a bit different. So, but reverse flash will be featured in the next wave of superpowers, which hopefully should arrive soon. So that's a tease for a one of our next unboxing. Well, one of our unboxings may not be the next one, maybe a few weeks before we get them. So anyway, in the meantime, take care, bye.